So we have a marketing question: how to allocate marketing efforts, both personnel and budget, between traditional media and new media. So I feel that you should track all of your marketing efforts, both by the hours spent and the dollars spent. So, and then you want to track what the outcomes or the metrics are for each of these marketing initiatives. One of the things that we go through in the Funeral Marketing Blueprint program is a spreadsheet where you can track all of your marketing. So it's the marketing ROI checklist. And what we go through there is, so if it's, the easy thing to track, one of the easy things to track would be direct mail for pre-need. So you send out 10,000 letters, you get 300 back, and you close 50% of them. That's very easy to track. When you're looking at things like Google AdWords, it's for online, it's probably one of the easier things to track, and you're only spending money when people are clicking on your ads. That's why we think that almost all funeral homes, unless you don't have any competitors, should have a Google AdWords program. But other things, especially when you get into social media, it's really hard to track that. So, and especially if it's the time that folks are spending on your site. So now you can get engagement, and there's things that can be measured by engagement. So the number of likes to your Facebook page. But things like social media are a longer term play. It's you're planting the shade tree now to get the benefit of it in a few years from now. So, I always like to prioritize the marketing efforts, going after the low hanging fruit first, and then building things down the road. So with this question too, though, talking about personnel, so I'm assuming that's we're talking about what people are actually doing. I would split that between doing networking, both or outreach, and then you can do part of that in an online environment and part of that in an in-person environment. So don't solely focus on just social media. Focus on making those community presentations that, like I mentioned, Kyle Nicola did and mentioned in our interview on funeralgurus.com. Now, when you're, and if we focus just a little bit more on social media, with social media, if people are, so maybe someone says, "Oh, I'll spend an hour a day on social media," and social media itself is, you're going to have that online, that reputation, or you're going to build that network there. But I would probably break it up and maybe 2 or 3 of those hours, maybe even 4 hours, create content, which is going to help you with your search engine optimization, and then spend an hour of that 5 hours or 2 hours of that 5 hours sharing that content on social media and engaging around that content. So if you write an article or create a video in that 5 hours worth of time, share that on Facebook, on Twitter. If it's a graphic, an infographic, you can share that on Pinterest, and drive people back. But you just then want to track the metrics, and what I find, and sometimes it's tough when we focus on a lot of the marketing that we do. Both websites and Google AdWords are our main two things that we do. You can track all the visitors, and you can track the ad spend and the clicks and things like that. Since that tracking is so available, I feel I get held more accountable to that than other marketing efforts, maybe radio ads or television ads that can't be tracked, and so you need to always weigh that out. Like, okay, if we're spending $10,000 on Google AdWords, and we're spending the equivalent of $10,000 in hours on social media, and then $10,000 on our radio campaign for the course of the year, let's look at those, that investment that we're making of $10,000 each. What is our ROI on that? And then compare the three. But that all being said, it's always good to have a comprehensive marketing plan that covers a lot of initiatives, not just one sole one. And in the Funeral Marketing Blueprint program, we go through a variety of different marketing initiatives that you can do in-house, whether it's article writing, whether it's getting speaking engagements at different venues and all kinds of print advertising. So it's a great resource to go over things like this, and especially if you're getting staff to do it, you can give them the binder, and they get access to all the videos online, and they could be doing that in their spare time.